So welcome. This is a short presentation which introduces the new specialization course in marketing, which is a deep dive advanced course in marketing for students who've already studied foundational courses in marketing, either at SRH or at their own home institutions, because this course is open to visiting students from our partner universities around the world. Now, most students will, by the time they do this course, already have covered main operational aspects and also learned the essential skills and also broadened their business knowledge. And all that's required for them to complete their studies is usually an internship and a specialization in one particular area of business. And that's what this specialization course is one element of, so that they end up on completion of their studies with the full big picture. At SRH, what we do is we prepare students to be crossing the chasm from university into the business world by actually building a bridge across into the business world, so that the idea is that they hit the ground running once they start their jobs and certainly once they enter their internships. This comes due to what we call the core principle, which is our way at SRH of actually not only teaching the theory, but combining the theory, the theoretical knowledge, with real-world practice in projects and workshops in the classroom during the courses. The marketing specialization overview, which is new from October 2026, prepares the student for understanding the role of the sales professional. Now, that's important for marketers because marketers have to work intimately and do work intimately with salespeople. And part of the job of a marketer is quite often to be developing and creating sales materials, brochures and so forth, for salespeople to use during a sales dialogue. So marketers in this course learn all about sales and selling. They learn how to develop a new sales initiative, such as the brochure which I referred to earlier. They learn how to develop credible and convincing presentations to management. That's part of the role play of the presentations that they make during this course. And they also get to have consultation meetings and briefings with external experts. We invite an array of different experts from different areas in the business world and related to marketing. And these experts either speak on their theme, or they speak on their theme and they interact with the students by participating with pre-organized workshops related to the students' study assignments. Students learn how to design and conceptualize a digital marketing strategy. And they also learn how to brief an advertising agency. Again, one of the most important roles that students will face when they move into the area of professional marketing, because that's what professional marketers do. They will also understand at a much deeper level the various different concepts, tools, and toolkits which are used frequently in strategic marketing management. So it really is a very comprehensive course which aims at addressing all key things so that students are well armed once they move into the business world. Not least at an international level. I myself have a great deal of experience working at global marketing teams and working internationally, and I share a lot of that experience and key insights with the students during this course. So it's a specialization course. And we've done this specialization course for several years now, and until this year it was a 400 hours of study, split between the classroom and private study, of course, over 10 weeks. First they did a 5-week course, Sales for Marketers, and then they did a 5-week course in Global and Strategic Marketing. However, due to the reorganization and reconceptualization here at SRH of our specialization courses, now it's 450 weeks over 10 weeks, which run from October to December. And it's split into 3 units. One unit is Sales for Marketers, which is a very similar course to the one that was previously done. Then we have Innovation and Digitalization, which is a 5-week course that follows upon completion of the Sales for Marketing course. And then underpinning that and interdigitating with the other 2 courses, we've got Strategic Global Marketing, which addresses strategic marketing and also global marketing combined into the one course. So, Sales for Marketers, how it rolls out. Students and each theme, they have 2 sessions per week, and in each session has a specific theme which is addressed during the course, as shown in the scheme below, and it finishes with an exam which is presentation and Q&A. The project that they do, which is key to understanding what all the key elements are, all the theory that's learned in the course and putting that into practice, it's a 5-step project. They start with a situational analysis, they do market research, they develop a new brochure, they put together a training program for that new brochure, for using it, for use by the salespeople, and they actually participate in a sales role play. Now, each team member, it's usually team members, 4 to 5 people maximum in a team. Each team member takes the role of specialist for 1 step. Everybody participates in all steps, but one student takes the responsibility, the accountability for that. And this really is based upon best practice in the real world. So that's the sales course. Once the sales course is completed, we enter the end of November, beginning of December usually, with innovation and digitalization. And this also has a specific process which is clearly delineated and described in the program for the course, starting off with marketing strategy overview, digital marketing analysis, go forward strategy, new digital marketing campaign, and then finally the briefing to the agency. Again, each member of the team takes responsibility for one particular step, but it's shared responsibility amongst all team members, and it's based upon best practices. Now, underpinning these 2 courses and closely intertwined and interdigitating with the key learnings and also the project work in these courses is our Strategic Global Marketing course. That runs over an 8-week band, starting with the beginning of the sales course and finishing halfway through the innovation and digitalization course. And this covers all elements of strategic marketing, also with an international edge to it. When we teach marketing strategy in the foundational course for the first year students, bachelor, we just focus upon national marketing within one country. So they learn all the specifics and they become familiar with all the terminologies and the concepts. Here is where we overlay on top of those key strategic elements of marketing, we overlay on top of that the international aspects and all the challenges that international marketers have to face and deal with. Again, here there is a 5-step project work to anchor the knowledge and so that the students also work together in a team and focus on these various different elements, some of which, as I've said, have a sort of crossover and double dip into each of the other 2 courses that they're doing in the 5-week blocks. So this is how it all falls together. You've got the Sales for Marketers 5-week course, followed by the Innovation and Digitalization course, and underpinned by the Strategic Global Marketing course. I've shown here schematically also. It's very detailed. I've had to organize my program, so I'm teaching the program in English and in German simultaneously to 2 different groups of students. And that here it shows how the first 5 weeks plays out and how the second 5 weeks plays out. In the PDF that I provide to students enrolling for the course, they see clearly what's expected of them at each session and which sessions they're meant to be attending. Yes, it really is a highly intensive course, but students learn an awful lot from it. They learn also, and they learn to hone their skills at working in a team and collaboratively with other team members. And what we find is that if we all push together within the team, then we all arrive together and we succeed together. Thank you very much indeed for your attention. Just one additional point is that on this QR code, you can access a deeper treatment of the Sales for Marketers course, which, as I've said, has been conducted for several years now. This is in the context of it having been in the old 5+5 week specialization course, but the content of the Sales for Marketers course has not changed with the new format of our overall specialization. So you can follow the link and take a look at how this course actually is created and executed here. Thank you very much indeed for your attention, and bye for now.